Alright, hey everybody, recording another Loading Ready Run Fan Draft because I'm in the same pod as this guy, so this gonna be fun. Ooh, it's passing right to me. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, so what do we actually have to choose from? This could be good. This is fun. This is alright. This is pretty damn good. But I've done this so many times, I think I'm just going to go with this guy. Because, it's the last time I'm actually going to draft this format, probably ever. So, let's have some fun, why don't we? Okay, so what have we got now? Lots of cards. In our colours, there's a couple of mediocre cards. I mean, this one's not too bad, but not really what we're after. If we want to go all in on the Minotaur plan, we can go this. Seems a bit early for that. But honestly, there's not a great deal in here. I mean, there's some nice white cards. But, you know what, I'm going to just go all in on the Minotaur plan. Screw it. Forcing bad cards. It's forcing bad cards time. Alright, do we have any Minotaurs? No. We also don't have any black cards at all, which is worrisome. Also don't just have very many cards. Like, Hubris is alright. I mean, you'd rather have Voyager's End, but sure, like, it's a card. And having both of them still here means that blue is at least moderately open. There's like this for red. Like, this is okay, but it's not amazing. Same with this. It's just a whole bunch of not amazing cards. I think I might just take the Hubris as a hedge. So I can continue forcing things as like option one, or I could go with something like this, but I think the creature's just going to be better. There's a couple of reasonable white cards, and we could try that, but I think just continuing this plan, it's got to be better. Alright, so red is actually doing pretty okay then, if this is still here. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to be in red. Black is flowing, but not like amazing cards. Like, I would pick this up. Actually, no, that's pretty good. This one's okay. No. Sure. So yeah, black cards are flowing. Unfortunately, they're going to continue flowing, so everyone on our left is going to think that black is open and we're not going to get that much in pack 2. But I think that's okay. We can pick up the red in pack 2 and then worry about the black in pack 3. Well, doing it. Now all we need is just hope that we open all of the great Minotaur Lords in Theros and we'll be set. We're not even necessarily in black. I mean, we have this, and this is actually pretty sweet with triple Pensive Minotaur, but like, I could lose this and not be too sad about it. These are still okay on their own. It's just that the potential upside of having that in the deck as well is pretty nice. So I'll take Starfall, I think, just to cut red. And, you know, we might run it. We haven't got a lot of removal so far. Not that there is a lot of removal in Journey, but it could happen. No, I think this is more for us. Wow. Wow. Alright. I can't possibly say no to that, considering I thought about taking it the first time around. Red is open as anything I have ever seen. I'm not that red. That is not how red that I am. I could do this. It's nice with two things that give Death Touch. I'm not playing any of these other cards. I don't care if my opponents have any of those cards, so I'll take it. May not run it, but First Strike Death Touch is pretty disgusting. Death Touch Trample is pretty disgusting as well. Alright. Second Starfall. Could have had 2 knowledge and powers, man. 2 knowledge and... no. Not going to run either of these, but this can go in the sideboard. Just in case someone has, I don't know, Godsend or one of the weapons or something we really need to destroy an artifact. Can put it on this. Alright. Sure. Alright, let's get this hubris out of here. We're not like thoroughly in black, but we have enough that I don't think this isn't really a draw into blue. Return target creature. I can't remember what this card does. I've been playing this format for how many months and I still don't know what this card does. Oh, I took it. I was reading it so that I could take the forest instead, but I took it because I took too long to read it. Oh well. Eater of Hope. I could. Or I could just take a Minotaur. Like, I'm going to have enough Minotaurs that this is just going to be a bear most of the time. Like, I've already got 5. Like, counting this, I've got 5 Minotaurs already. So this is going to be pretty reliably just a bear. I think I can get as many of these as I want, though, and I probably just want to 68. So I'm going to take it. Okay. Fall of the Hammer. Yes, please. Especially with two things that, again, two things that give Death Touch. This is just amazing. Wouldn't mind Servant. We're not really that sort of deck. We're a bit more aggressive than that, but it's still good. I don't think Temple of Enlightenment is worth that much money these days, but it could be, but I don't think so. Wouldn't say no to this, wouldn't be too happy about it, but I wouldn't say no to it. So there's some things we could get back. Okay, so this guy is not terrible, but this guy is amazing. There's removal, but it's not the greatest removal. Like, it can do work, but you really need to have a small thing to shoot it at. Whereas this is just disgusting. Alright. another giant, or servant. Neither are really amazing in this sort of deck. Like, this is more for a sort of defensive deck, and this is a bit bigger than what we're trying to go for, but it's still pretty damn good. Because ideally we've hit them enough times that they really don't want to take the 5 damage, and then we just have a 5/5 for 5. That's a little sad, but we're not running that. We really don't have nearly enough black to make this viable. This is just bad, this is just bad, this is just mediocre. Do I just take the Eye Gouge as a sideboard removal spell? Do I take the Marsh Mist Titan as like a 7 mana spell most of the time? No. But I'll take it. Maybe I'll just sideboard an Eye Gouge. I can see times that I'd want to bring this in. I don't understand how red is so open. That red is just stupid open. No. That's so often going to be 4 and a black, do absolutely nothing. Second Eye Gouge for the severe sideboards, or just a piker. I think this is a deck where I'll run a piker or 2. War Chanter's not really a thing. This is pretty mediocre. This isn't that great either, but it can do some work, so... I mean, it's pretty sad when it trades for like their 2/1, because you have to attack into it, but it can do work. Scouring Sands for when Eye Gouge just isn't enough, or Pinnacle of Rage. I don't have a lot of things that kill things. I've got these, but like Pinnacle of Rage is an upgrade on Starfall, so put that in. I really don't want to run this many expensive removal spells though. I'll say one thing about the Cyclops is, if you've got multiples of them, they can't block them all with pikers. Second Farragut Giant. Why do I take Gorgon's Head? I think I might actually take Gorgon's Head, because it can let me punch through with some of these little guys. Especially the ones that aren't going to get given Death Touch by the Petrifier, like the Sigil Skink or you know, Reveler. Interesting that Fellhide Brawler didn't make it around the table, unless I missed it. I guess someone just really wanted a 2/2 attacker. Or maybe someone else. No, I don't think it's someone else in Minotaurs, because red is so open. Don't want any of these, don't care. Oh no, I do care about this one. Get out of here. Blue's probably pretty open as well. Like, I could have a pretty sick red-blue deck. But I think I'm pretty happy with where I am at the moment. Yep. Charging Badger. No, you can have your Charging Badger. I really don't care. Hopefully Graham appreciates that little gift of a free Badger. Okay, Fanatic. We could do some horrible things with Fanatic with all of this red crap. Stone Shock looks pretty sweet, but I don't think we need to pick it up that highly. Same with Dragon Man. Not so many cards in here in red, and we're probably going to get most of them back with how the table's been. Baleful Idol was pretty nice, but we've already got like 3 different ways to give things Death Touch. One of them is reusable, one of them does it to like lots of guys. So I don't think we need to pick this up super highly, and Fanatic is just going to destroy people. start copying Fnatic with Spirit Binder, yeah, that's a fair game. Okay, Magma Jet. We don't really have a lot of cheap removal. We've got Fall of the Hammer and Bolt of Kranos, but most of our removal is expensive crap, and being able to replace that with a Magma Jet would be pretty nice. That's pretty nice. This is a little awkward because we're not going to have as many swamps as that, so we're not necessarily going to be able to cast that early. This isn't really for us, this isn't really for us, and this is a lot of white and green, so we'll run this. Most of the time we're just going to be casting it, we're not going to be bestowing it because we don't really want to get to that higher a mana count. More Minotaurs. Haven't seen any Minotaur Lords yet, but you know, if they're in red, chances are they're going to be passed to us, so it could happen. It could still happen. Let's take out the Starfall for now. Yeah, I might consider cutting some of these if we don't get another Minotaur Lord, but we only have 14 creatures, so I have to keep that. I mean 15 because it's not counting this. None of these cards are super amazing, but I'll take a Titan Strength, and maybe it'll make the cut, but probably not. Not really that sort of deck. I'll take another Skull Cleaver. At this point I think I'm going to cut Aspect of Gorgon. Like, it's cool and all, but this is a better way of giving things Death Touch, and it means that we're heavier red, which is pretty nice. Because now we're basically mono red with Fnatic, splashing 2 black cards. I mean, one of them's double black, so we're still going to run a lot of swamps. But you know, we can play this a bit later. We don't want to play that on turn 3 that often. We're only going to see, what, 2 more packs, so it's looking like it's pretty unlikely we're going to get any of the Minotaur guys. Just lots of guys that say Minotaur on them, but none of the Lords. Oh, I can live with that. I mean, it's no Minotaur Lord guy, but I think I can live with running a hammer. Jeez. Dragon Mantle with, you know, 10 mountains in the deck seems like a plan. Do I even run a 68? I mean, it's really powerful, but if I cut this, I can go, you know, 11-6 or something and not be too sad. And I've got, you know, Magma Jet Fall of the Hammer Bolt. I'll put that in my collection. I don't play standard on Modo anyway, but what the hell. Defend the Hearth. I could play against someone who might side that in, or is just bad at the game. I'm not actually running this, but Sure. This could be slightly annoying. Yep. And a mountain. Sweet. Alright, so let's build this. Alright, I think I do take the asphyxiate out. Like I said, it lets us run more mountains, which is going to make the rest of our deck just more consistent. What am I looking for? Group creatures separately. You are actually a creature. So we need to make 2 more cuts. And I think the Dragon's Head stays in. I think we do still slash a Petrifier and the regen on Raider. Because that seems pretty free. Just like, it's not as sweet as this would be with 17 mountains or like 16 mountains. I don't think we actually need to do that. And I think losing the Petrifier to do so would be suboptimal. Like, how many Minotaurs do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is this a Minotaur? Yep, 8. How about you? 9. And then this makes them as well. So I've got 10 cards that make Minotaurs, which makes this seem pretty nice. I mean, it's not the best Minotaur Lord in the set, but it still seems pretty reasonable. What else could we take out? I don't think I want to cut any creatures. Like, I think this is a good number of creatures to have. And then we have removal, 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 removal. I might take out the Pinnacle. I think we're okay for removal between these 3 and Death Touch and Death Touch. Maybe I don't even want this. Yeah, I don't think I even want that. Alright, well there's 23. Actually, the Chariot maybe. First Strike, Trample, Death Touch is pretty nice. If I can get it in the Petrifier. But I guess it's really only good with the Petrifier. I suppose it's also good with these, giving these First Strike, giving this First Strike. Okay, so now it's got some things to go with it. Yeah, actually, this and Fanatic. No, not that one. But that's like 3 different guys that are like high power, low toughness, so giving them First Strike is pretty nice. But maybe I want to run that with this so that I can do the whole Death Touch thing and like move that around. No, I think this is good. I think this is how I want to run it. Alright, Metgo, are you going to say like 2 swamps or something? 1 swamp, 16 mountains. That's a bit optimistic. No. But 6 is probably enough to run Petrifier and Raider. Like, Raider doesn't even necessarily need the swamp, it's just nice to have it. Petrify is the only card in our deck that actually needs to have a swamp for you to cast it. So I think 6 is probably fine. 6, 11. And I already have 2 mountains, so 6, 9, 10, 11. Alright, there's our deck, and see you in round 1.